Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than
So I seem to get summoned. Dude, yeah, what's up, man? You have been summoned. Today we're talking about a Loki buff. I wanted to have an agenda because I don't stream on Tuesdays. I was telling everyone, like, you know what? Let's stream multiple days, more than 3 days, 3 days a week for this awesome Christmas break. And so that's what I'm doing. But yeah, man, what's up? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Just posting my Discord. Just posting on my Discord. Oh shit! I forgot to update my my description. Whoops. We'll do that in a bit. I really hate that my description always gets overwritten. It's annoying. Stream bot. Okay, awesome. So much content, man. It's crazy how much content creators are. Alright, let's Discord up. Let's update my description real quick, and then we will get started with today's stream. Let's go, man. Oh shit, that might be updates. Wow, I didn't know that. That's cool. Alright guys, this should be ready in just a second. Where's my super soup? So you interviewed my alliance mate? Dang, I wish I was there to give you some tips. Yeah, I didn't know you were in the alliance with Katie. I was actually surprised. I was going on your account and I was like, man, that alliance name sounds familiar. A week or two ago, and it turns out you're in the same alliance as Katie. Didn't know that. Yeah, it was cool. I don't know if you watched it or not, but it was a pretty good interview. But hey, what's up, Mike? How you doing, man? Yeah, just sitting on my thing in the background, my TV in the background, listening to it on Spotify. Hey, awesome, man. Yeah, what'd you think of it, man? Was it good? Is that Caleb? Is that Caleb that I read? What's up, Caleb? How you doing, man? Alright. What is going on, everyone? Let's set my camera real quick. How are you this fine Tuesday evening? What's up, everyone? Yeah, I got the chat running perfectly. Let's go, man. This is awesome. Good yourself? Yeah, man, I'm doing pretty good. Definitely want to. I don't know. I definitely want to get some more stuff done. So that's why today I kind of have an agenda with today's stream. What's up, 133 Money? G Money, man. What's up, man? How you doing? So yeah, today we're gonna talk about a Loki buff. I want to, like, a lot of the streams that I want to do outside of my normal streaming time, I want to have, like, an agenda that'll kind of help me out with videos, like YouTube videos, other content. I think today would be a good... Some redundant questions. What were redundant? I'm just here to say hello. I'm gonna finish my anime. Oh, okay, man. Yeah, no, for sure, man. Yeah, I gotta watch some more anime. There hasn't been... that have piqued my interest, I'll be honest. But to be fair, I mean... the whole world's kind of like weird, unpredictable. You think anime would be thriving right now, or at least new anime, but because I mean, there's so many CGI TV shows that are doing so well. So I don't know. I have a suggestion for a future. Yeah, man. Let me know. Yeah, definitely for sure, Meister. The Brooke. Ooh, yeah. We can definitely interview Brooke. Yeah. I'll ask Exon. Exon has it planned for a month, so Brooke might already be on the list. Isn't Brooke's also in that alliance as well, right? I think I remember checking it out. I was like, what, Brooke? Like Brooke, Katie, and are you all? Brooke is in the same alliance as you, right? Pretty sure. The founder of Rock Nixon's. Okay. What was I looking for? I was looking for something. I don't remember what it was. At least you said it was a good interview. That's what I care about. Yeah, I accidentally streamed it too early. So if you don't know, we do it live in Discord, and what we do is we activate the recording thing in Discord, and I started my stream like 20 minutes early. Because, like, I always try to start... I want to start at 8:30 because that's when we normally do it. But always because of technical difficulties, we have to wait. So, my stream was, like, it was, like, almost 50 minutes or something like that. But the actual interview was only, like, 33. So... But, yeah, the usual stuff I ask in Exit interviews are pretty simple. I always want them to... So a lot of that interview should have been longer because she actually was she was already interviewed like a week before our interview. So like she talked about the beginnings of a content creator, day one, or her beginning as a player. So a lot of that stuff was already said in the interview. So that's why we didn't touch up on it. If you schedule a slot, let me know. I can get you in touch. Brooke knows who I am, so we can definitely... I don't know if... Does he know who XN is? I'm not sure. I know he knows who I am, because we've talked on stream, and before, he always likes to host and raid me. It's pretty sick, and I do the same. We can definitely do that. I need to message Exon. Where is Exon? I'll message him later. But yeah, he's got it planned out for a month, so I don't know. We still got a lot of interviews to go. Yeah, for sure, man. That's awesome, man. I definitely want to interview more content creators. So like I said, today we're gonna be talking about a Loki buff. I really don't have anything planned in the game today. I don't have any gifting stuff today. Just today, I'm just doing uncollected exploration. But I think tomorrow or Friday or Saturday, whenever I decide to stream next, we're gonna do the John Mulaney challenge because I have not done chapter 2 and I'm pretty scared. So hopefully I'll be able to do it. You know, swallow my nerves, because I ranked 2'd my 6-star gate team 2099, and hopefully she's a beast for that. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. But I wanted to rank 2 her first before I did Mulaney challenge, which she's almost maxed out. But we'll see. But yeah, man, what do you guys think for a Loki buff? I think, like I said, that's what I kind of want to have today's focus on the stream. Is to talk about a Loki buff. Because, I mean, you know, his series is coming out in May 2021. We've already seen the trailer for the Loki series, and it looks interesting because I don't think anything that's going to happen in that show, I don't think he's going to get a new power, you know what I mean? So, realistically, you could pretty much say that the Loki we have in-game is the same one in the MCU, just with his scepter. And if you saw the Loki trailer, he does have his scepter. I'm not sure if he'll have the scepter. It doesn't look like he'll have it the entire time. So the one we have in game is technically more powerful than the one in the Loki TV show. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna get a buff. There's no way. I mean, I said that Miles Morales was gonna get a buff when the PS5 game came out, and he didn't get a buff. So I'm not saying this is 100% confirmed or anything, but to me it seems like Kabam are saying that I need to look at the schedule because somebody came up with the schedule. Hold on, let me see. But it looks like to me that we could get a buff. All right, let's check out. Someone posted them. I don't remember. Okay. Shit. I gotta go to my likes because I don't remember where I put it. There's been so much stuff on Twitter. Insane. Moose, he just printed out some 3D Maestro things for his Patreon. So, oh my goodness, it's beautiful. And then we had the Mandalorian season finale, so that overtook Twitter. It was insane. Okay, here we go. Champion buff schedule. So, what's up, Spidey1214? What's up, man? So today we're talking about a Loki buff, and yeah. So according to the Kabam schedule, Imagine Jim, if you guys know him, he's part of the Futurism Society. He created this champion buff schedule. If you guys want to see it on screen, let me know. And so that's what we're looking at today. And this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get my my things up here. Schedule is such a weird word. Okay, here it is. Holy crap, that is huge. I wish it always resized things. Damn, that's huge. Yeah, what's up, Spotty, man? We're talking about a Loki buff, man. Do you have any cool things Loki you think Loki should have? Cause I've came up with a couple cool stuff. I think it'd be pretty cool. Okay, there we go. So there's that. Where is this buff schedule? Let's put it right there. Alright, just one more picture, guys. Sorry. Yeah, so today, like I said, today we're talking about a Loki buff, because I think Loki will 100% get some type of buff. So yeah, here's the schedule, alright? So if you guys don't know, Kabam have said they want 4 buffs a month after February of 2021, as you can see on the calendar. We're getting 4 buffs. We're getting 2 value buffs, 1 moderate buff, and then 1 moderate overhaul hybrid buff. And then in March we're getting the same thing, but then in April we're getting 2 overhauls. So my theory is that, and then we're getting 4 in May as well, like 2 moderates and 2 values. So a Loki buff could 100% fit into any one of these categories for April or May, because Loki in the game, he's occasionally useful. You know, he's not the worst champ in the game, right? Because he can still buff, which in this right situation is, I mean, it's awesome, all right. But you know, he's not in today's value. Like, he's not a good character. I mean, compared to, I'm seeing a ton of like Falcon gameplay. I'm seeing a ton of Red Magneto gameplay. I'm seeing a ton of Daredevil Hell's Kitchen. So he can 100% get buffed into a moderate category or a overhaul category. I don't think a value category. I don't think he should get a value update, because with Mole Man, I think Mole Man and Terex definitely outplay the Loki in the game. And so for them to get a value update means, like, if you're at a better state in the game, then you get a value update. If you're not at a better state in the game, you need a moderate, like Kingpin and Yellow Jacket. You need, like, and same thing with Gambit. Like, you're keeping their kit, but you're just upgrading their kit, versus like Magneto, where you're straight up just giving them a new kit. So with Loki, you know, Loki can do some really cool stuff. He can, obviously, you know, he's got telepathy. He can, yo, what's up, ATZ? We're talking about a Loki buff. If you got any cool things to talk about for a Loki buff, let me know, because I'm working on a video on how to buff Loki, or at least how I think Kabam should buff Loki, because there's some awesome stuff they can do with Loki. And as you see in April and May, there's more than enough slots for a Loki buff. I mean, and if he gets a complete overhaul, we can be in April, because if you didn't know, like, Red Magneto and White Magneto got their buffs the month before Apocalypse and Professor X dropped in the game. Yo, bro, could give me a team revive on my Biohazard Sentinel. He's some okay. ATZ, what's your name? I don't know if I can or not. I'm trying to save my units. What I'm telling everyone is that I'm not going to be gifting again, because I only gift with my alliance members. Which, when I mean by my alliance members, I mean by my dad, my brother. And I'm only trading right now because, if you see, I spent like 1,000 units on I spent like 1,000 units. So I'm gonna do John Mulaney challenge, and then after I do John Mulaney challenge is when I'll trade with everyone else. That's what I'm gonna do. They should be bros for hosts. I don't even have a host, so that's really irrelevant, my dude. Well, yeah, I'll trade with you after I do a Mulaney challenge. I'm thinking of doing a Mulaney challenge like tomorrow. So yeah, I'm doing Mulaney challenge as soon as I rank, as soon as I max out. I know you guys, I have so much crap on my screen. Sorry. So I gotta rank. I gotta finish her rank 2. She's got 15 levels. I can trade law. I was kindly asking. You wanna? How much is it to give you that? I really don't like gifting, because gifting. I always think gifting is cool, and then whenever I go to gifting, I always get crap. What do you want? What do you allow? Unless you want to refill. I was kindly asking. Can you give me a team revive? Yeah, I can give you a team. I'll give you. Oh, holy shit! It's 100 units. Ask for trades, not for charity. Yeah. How much? 100 units. Holy shit. What's up, symbiotic noob? What's up, man? Hey, I'm glad to see you're back in the stream. Yeah, man. Like I said, I'll trade with you as soon as I do Millennium Challenge, because I really don't know if I want to whale out. Like I don't want to like run out of units. I don't think I'm gonna spend 2,000 units, but I got Variant 2 and I got Millennium Challenge, so that's why I'm saving my units. I spent 1,000 units on my alliance, and I think that's all I'm gonna do. But I told everyone that I would trade with people as soon as I finish Millennium Challenge. I told that to ATZ, and I told you ATZ today, and I told Bribes that the other day. Yeah, for sure, man. But yeah, I want to get my content done, and then I'll trade. Okay, so yes. Okay, so now, okay. So, okay, Spidey, sorry, I know, like, I read a lot of chat. Sorry. So, Spidey said there should be a way to enhance Frost Giant abilities. I think this is a great thing, because that's a good point, is, like, Loki is Frost Giant, and we've seen in Thor that he can go Frost Giant. He gets, like, this Frost Giant form. And you also said use the Tesseract, and I don't agree with this. My brother was telling me the same thing. You should be able to send an influence minion to 8 FTX. Yes, that'd be cool as well. My challenge is a wee bit rough for my roster. What about my roster, man? Your bro, yeah, for sure, man. We'll trade as soon as I get the Millennium Challenge done. Translation: you're a bit screwed. No, I mean, I actually have some pretty good counters. I have Hyperion. I got some cool people. I spent $5. I spent €5 on the game. Lol. Oh wow. Yeah, I probably spent like $110 in total. So it's not, or 100 and, no, I spent like $130 in total on this game. It's not the worst in the world. It's not. I'm not wailing out or anything, but pounds, you donut. You know what? It looks like an E, so I always say euros. All right, I don't care. Anyone from the U.S. will be like, that's an E, because it is an E. It literally is an E. So I always say euros. All right, why did my music stop? What the hell? bro, they're almost the same exact thing. Like, come on, they're both E's. Like, don't look the same. Bro, I lived in Germany, man. They look the same. I used to see that all the time in Germany, man. No, not like, so, whatever. Screw you. But yeah, so back to the Loki buff. So, yeah, so you guys agree, like, if we get an overhaul, it'll be in April. If we get a moderate buff, it'll be in wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay. I was like, can I not read this? You guys, like, okay, I think the text is like too squished that you guys can't read it. So, I like Loki right now. You do? Really? Like, come on. He's the god of mischief, and he doesn't play like a god of mischief. So, but yeah, so I was thinking the way to buff Loki. All right, hear me out, okay? Hear me out. So Loki, we've seen in his special 3. What's up, Pit? What's up, XN? What's up, man? Yo, XN, Mikester was telling me that we should interview Brooke. You know who Brooke is. Is he on a list? Because I know you said you have a list out for XN interviews, but Mikester is a good friend of Brooke's, so he was like, I'll hook you up, man. I was like, yeah, I know we have interviews booked for the next month, so I was curious on, because I don't know who those are, so that'd be pretty cool to interview Brooke. Brooke is pro. Loki isn't bad, but he isn't worst. That's true. Like, I think Loki right now is in the occasionally useful tab. That's what Seed has him at. And I've never used him, dude. I've never had a situation where I needed Loki. The Brooke. Yeah, the Brooke. And so, he needs an overhaul, which I don't think he'll get. I think he'll get a moderate update, which, as you see, this is the... So this is yeah, I don't know why it was like being weird. So this is May right here. There's 4 buffs in May. And we've seen before where White Magneto and Red Magneto got their buffs a month before the Professor X event. So if it is an overhaul, it could be in April, and if it's in May, it could be a moderate buff. Link us up. Yeah, Mike Star. Okay, cool. Heck yeah, yeah, yeah. If you want to message Xin, Mike Star, or you want to message Brooke for Xin interviews, yeah, go ahead. Okay, awesome. Yeah, awesome. There's the Loki cheese for Act 5 Ultron. Yeah, but there's so much better cheeses. I mean, you have Magneto in the game, so it's like, are you doing Millennium Challenge today? I'm doing Millennium Challenge tomorrow. I've kind of already said that I rank 2'd my 6-star guillotine 2099. I just need to max her out at level 35 for rank 2, and then I'll do Millennium Challenge. Yo, relax, bro. Red Magneto is definitely, people could say, is the best mutant in the game right now, so boring? Are you kidding me? No, the master, one of the most powerful mutants of all time, is the most powerful mutant in the game. That's not boring, bro. Let me tell you that. But to be fair, I don't want. It is the gameplay where you're doing heavies over and over again and then doing SP3. So that gameplay I can see is boring, and I don't want that again for live champions. Like with at least with Falcon and Gambit and even Daredevil, Hell's Kitchen, like they're not all the same. So I really think that they can do Loki differently, and especially he already has the steal a buff mechanic, and so I think his gameplay could be cool. So like we said, we talked about how, he has his Frost Giant, genes, and I don't think they really play into Frost, like they don't play into his Frost Giant at all. I think I have a 5-star Loki, yeah. No. So if we'll take off the buff schedule real quick. We're gonna look at his abilities. So. And also, and the reason why he's Mystic, obviously, is because he uses sorcery. Like, that's the main part, is that Kabam kind of went for the sorcerer Loki, and not the, like, MCU Loki, not the Frost Giant Loki. They went for the sorcerer Loki, because you can go in a lot of different directions. I have a 5-star one as well. Yeah, I've never used them, man. But Beast is not Red Magnetos. But Beast is not Red Mags. Yeah, well, Beast sucks in this game, so I don't really know. Playstyle for Mags and Quake is dead. I don't know, man. I don't know about Quake. Quake is... It just depends, man, because I think they're... I don't know, like, I don't want to have, like, an Aegon, or I don't want to have a Doom Cycle, like, all the time. Beast is lovely. I honestly have no idea how to buff Beast. I've come up with ideas, and it's just nothing... I can never stick to a buff. But yeah, like, you can see, it says the most powerful sorcerer in all of Asgard. Loki, he has this power over time with his power bar, which we've seen with Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme. I mean, like, it's just a basic sorcerer thing. I think that's what they're going for. Loki does curses. That's like the thing in this game, is that he does curses. He steals opponents' buffs. He does energy damage. Yeah, he does energy damage and he steals buff. That's basically what he does. Like he does overpower, curse, buff, steal, and stun. That's all Loki does. All right, there's nothing more than that. I don't even think he has a good synergy, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he doesn't. Oh no, I guess he does, because he does have the 20% energy damage. But that's like the only synergy I know of. Make Kingpin fatter so he can sit on everyone. That would be funny. But yeah, I feel like Loki, like we talked about, like his Frost Giant. They can do that, but I don't think that's necessarily. Why Beast have no hair? So Beast, his mutation. Okay, so here's some quick comic book knowledge. His mutation was like, it gave him like hands for feet, basically. So it gave him like an acrobatic mutation, and it just made his feet look weird and whatever. And if you've seen the X-Men movies, you know this. And so for him, he wanted to experiment on himself to get rid of the X mutation. And so what he did is that he gave himself a second mutation, and that's why he has hair. So that's why he has, like, he's blue, because he wasn't because mutants, they're born with mutations, and when his manifested, he got like hands for feet, basically, or weird hand feet. And so that's why he's so acrobatic, and that's why he learns like these martial arts. But he was like a freak, he's got like these weird feet hands, and so he experimented himself, and he gave himself a second X gene mutation, which just means you have two X genes. It's almost like you have two X genes where you have two powers. And so he has they're both passive abilities, but they're both passives. One's like claws, because he gets like these claws, so it's pretty cool. But there's some comic book lore for you. Kingpin, though. Kingpin, I'm excited for Kingpin's buff, man. I really am. Because with Daredevil, Hell's Kitchen, I'm so surprised that Kingpin wasn't announced with Hell's Kitchen. So Kingpin to get a buff, it's like perfect. But yeah, back to Loki. The main thing about Loki, like I told you guys, is that he's a sorcerer, right? So he's got the scepter, all right? This is something that if you look at comics, he doesn't always have this scepter, and the scepter is super important because in the MCU it has the Mind Stone, which in this game it doesn't. So, which is fine. But the scepter can obviously, he can do telepathy. He can already do that without it, but he can do telepathy. He can make astral projections, which you actually see in his SP3. He actually does astral projections. Loki curses the opponent, which he curses the opponent, and then he does astral projections, and then does damage for those stolen buffs. And so I think a cool way to buff him, alright, you guys ready? Is to give him an LMD feature. What do you guys think about this? So if you guys don't know, Nick Fury is the only one in the game to have this LMD feature. He has a life model decoy, which is almost like a robot clone of you that just is in place of you, and he fights for you as long as you have the awakened ability. So Loki could have that same ability, because we've seen it in the comics before, where you think you're fighting Loki, and then it turns out you're just fighting a random dude off the street that Loki mind controlled and then made you see him. So there's a lot of stuff, and then even then, like we've seen, even in the if you've watched the motion comic from like when the Grandmaster was first introduced to the game, Loki was fighting for the Grandmaster, and he actually like makes Drax Loki. Like he actually turns Drax into Loki. He chains him up, gags him or whatever, which was pretty weird. And then Loki, it looks like that's Loki, but it's actually Drax. So we've seen this in motion comics before. He doesn't have this ability in the game. All he has is the astral projections where he's teleporting around to mess with you in his SP3. And so I think an LMD feature would be pretty cool because, Nick Fury wouldn't be the only one to have this. I mean, we do have Cheat Death switched over here for quality selection at Meister. Fair enough, man. I'm sorry about that, by the way. Hopefully YouTube has it as well. I don't know why you can't do that, because I can change the quality of my computer, but to be fair, I know it's different. But yeah, Meister, we're talking about almost a cheat death feature for Loki, especially an LMD, like a life mono decoy feature for Loki. Like, should he get a cheat death feature? Because we've seen in MCU many times where he's cheated his own death. So why shouldn't he have it in the game? I think it'd be fantastic, because there aren't that many cheat death characters in the game, and to have a mystic character cheat death feature would be pretty insane. To have Loki, the god of mischief, someone who's going to mess with you when you're fighting him, like make you believe you killed him but you didn't actually, would be pretty cool. There's also things is that my brother, he was helping me come up with this, is like, what if he could buff other people? So if he could give other people cheat death abilities. I mean, we've seen that with Heimdall, but I don't know if he won another Heimdall. At least with character, what do you guys think? Loki is more useful than Heimdall without the synergy? I'm kind of curious, because there could be a way where Loki could like use a person on his team as like the cheat death feature. So there's a lot of cool ways they can do with like a Loki feature, because they're like I said, the Loki in the game is a sorcerer. They went with the sorcerer Loki. They didn't go with the frost giant Loki. They didn't go with they didn't give him his wolf, and then the Hela in the game isn't his daughter. It's actually his sister. So there's a lot of different stuff that they could have done. But they went with this version of Loki, and so we need to like tap into the sorcerer Loki. How can we buff the sorcerer version of Loki? And so I think, like I said, that cheat death mechanic. I think the steel buff is pretty good, and yeah, like what do you guys think? Like, how should we buff Loki? We didn't talk about the casket. Is it? I think it's the casket. Let me get excuse me. Let me make sure this is the right. Okay, so so here is something that someone said, let's give Loki the Tesseract, because if you didn't know, the Tesseract is what Loki uses a lot in, that's what his main power was in the first Avengers film, and that's what he uses to escape. He uses the Space Stone inside the Tesseract, the Cosmic Cube, which is two different things in the comics, but it's not in this, and so he uses the Space Stone to teleport out of Avengers 2012, since they time traveled and changed the timeline. A mystic cheat death. You mean like clairvoyant? I do, but I mean more of like an LMD type. So, like, as you know with Nick Fury, if he gets one full life, and then if he uses that life, he drains he gets right back to 100% and then drains to 30%. So something like that, where he Loki kind of mind controls you in a certain way. It makes you like think you defeated him, but you didn't actually, and so he actually gets an extra 30% health. Something like that. Because Nick Fury is really the only person to have an LMD mechanic, and I think Loki would be the second person to have this ability. Obviously not an LMD, but something cool. But yeah, so the Tesseract, and if you didn't know, the Tesseract is actually already in the game, and there actually is a character in the game that has it. And as you all probably know who it is. I mean, it's the main man, the Red Skull himself, that actually uses the Tesseract. He's got it built into his powers. And I think you can even see it. I think that is the right Tesseract, right? Because he has managed to concentrate the test in his power. Yeah, so he uses the Cosmic Cube. I guess this is the Cosmic Cube, not the Tesseract. But in the MCU, it is the Cosmic Cube is the Tesseract. It's really confusing with the MCU. But yeah, so Red Skull already has the Cosmic Cube, so to give Loki the Cosmic Cube would be like, why? So I think the Casket of the Ancient Winters is what we have on the screen, in the middle of the screen. This is the Casket of Ancient Winters. If you don't know anything about it, it basically gives you a lot of cool like Frost Giant abilities. It gives you like an infinite source of energy, especially it's called like Frost Energy, I think is like the best way to explain it. Yo, what's up, Bribes? So yeah. So someone said that I think it was Spidey who said we should give the Tesseract. Since Red Skull already has the Tesseract or the Cosmic Cube, let's give Loki the casket of Great Winters, the Casket of Ancient Winters. I gotta say it right, man. And this is a pretty powerful artifact, and we've seen it in the Loki film. It belonged to the Frost Giants, which Loki's a part of, and it allows them to vanquish their enemies and conquer realms. Like, that's so powerful. It projects an infinite icy wind that can freeze whole landscapes, so you can freeze your character. That's something we've not seen with Loki, is that he curses people because he's the sorcerer Loki, so he's going to get curses. But he doesn't actually do any Frost Giant abilities. Since you love me, can you give me something? Bribes, I will gift you something after I do Millennium Challenge. But yeah, so it's so powerful that it can turn an entire planet into freeze. Loki used it to freeze Heimdall. And it turns him blue because he is okay. All right, fuck's sake, man. I have 30k. And me a team revive. Yeah, guys, I'm saving these units, man, for Millennium Challenge. So I want to get that done first, and then I will give you guys. I'll trade with you whatever leftover units I have. But yeah, what do you guys think? Should Loki have an ice mechanic with the Casket of Ancient Winters? What do you guys think? Is it something you'd want to see? Because my brother was saying we can give Loki a cheat death mechanic, or we can give Loki a falter mechanic because he is a pretty good telepath. So we can give Loki falter. We can give Loki the Casket of the Ancient Winters, which allows him to freeze his enemies. There's so many cool stuff. Just take him out of the game. Kabam will never delete a character from the game. The only time that's ever happened was Phantom X, who was never actually added into the game. Ask for trades, not for charity. Exactly. I'm only trading when if I have units by Friday. Are you gonna stream tomorrow? Yes, I will be streaming tomorrow. Hopefully I can get enough ISO to max out my guillotine. If I do, then I will do Millennium Challenge tomorrow. But if not, I'll do Millennium Challenge Thursday or Friday, and then stream on Friday or Saturday. But yeah, this is charity. I'm not straight up charity. Any person who gives me gifts, I always give them back. Even though they don't ask for stuff back, I always give them gifts back. Like Exon, he sent me some gifts. I gave him the gifts back. A couple of my alliance members who I wasn't trading with traded me and didn't trade, just gave me stuff. So I gave them stuff back because I'm like, if you're gonna give me 30 units and stuff, or if you're gonna be 300 units and stuff, I gotta give it back to you. So I've spent 1,000 units on gifts, and I got a tier 7 or tier 6 ISO, a 5-star awakening gem, which I didn't need. So basically I didn't get anything good. But I did get a tech 5-star awakening gem. If you don't know, I will probably use it on Sentinel. I don't know what you guys think. What do you guys think? Sentinel? But I think I'll use it on Sentinel. But yeah, so yeah, what do you guys think, man? Casket of Ancient Winters to buff Loki. What do you guys think? Cheat death mechanic. I mean, like, what do you guys want to see from a Loki buff? Do you want him to steal more buffs? I mean, like, I don't think that really needs to happen. And in the Lego games, the Lego games, he's got the Casket of Ancient Winters. I don't really know any other games besides that. He's in Ultimate Alliance 1, which is a Marvel game. He doesn't have the Casket of Ancient Winters. He doesn't even have a scepter, I believe. And so he's just, doing his schemes, whatever Loki does. But yeah, what would you guys want to see from a Loki buff? That's kind of my question. Because I want to get some feedback. Because like I said, there's a lot of cool ways they could go. They could go in the route of giving him a root mechanic with the ice. That could something we've seen. A lot of people have been saying that we don't have a character with root yet, and that's going to be a new mechanic. What characters can give root? People were thinking Spider-Man because he can web his opponents up, so that could give root. We could also give people who can do ice damage root. People who slow their enemies down can give root. So it's just different stuff like that. Would you want to see a root mechanic from Loki? I probably wouldn't. That's why I like the idea of a cheat death mechanic, or I like the idea of him giving ice powers since he is a frost giant. Or even giving him his wolf. I mean, like, his wolf. Like, that's something we could... his wolf. I mean, I guess Hela's wolf, but in the MCU. So, I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff we can do with Loki. And so I didn't talk about this. So the Casket of Great Winters is, if you didn't know, is going to play probably not a huge role, but a pretty good role in Thor: God of Thunder, because if you didn't know, Ragnarok happened. It did happen. The movie happened. The Ragnarok, the actual event in Norse mythology happened in the MCU, and so the Casket of the Ancient Winters, which is in Odin's vault, actually brings out a great winter after Ragnarok in the lore of mythology, and even in the MCU, in the MC comics, the great winter happens after Ragnarok. And so if we see a great winter, the Casket, but I don't want to. That's like 2020, 2022, or 2021. Yeah, 2022 until we see that movie. So I doubt. I'm not gonna wait forever. Crimea River. I got Cosmic Go. Wait, what? Oh, you got GG. GG. Oh, Green Goblin. Why can't you guys... Yeah, like, why can't you guys just say Green Goblin? I hate when people, like, give people, like, nicknames. Like, with Guillotine 2099, I understand, like, G99 or something like that. But, like, Green Goblin? Bro, call him Green Goblin, dude. I got a Green Goblin dude from a featured 6-star. That's exactly why I didn't buy the 6-star featured. People were like, get the featured, bro. I'm like, dude, I seriously, if I opened that featured, I would 100% get Green Goblin. So... because he's the worst person in that featured. Yeah, Green Goblin Punisher 2099. So that's why I don't open features. Even though that's the best featured ever of all time, it's still like, you still have the possibility of getting two not so cool characters. I mean, Green Goblin can be pretty bonkers if you buff him up the right way, but that's still a long way from a Happy Day or Cable, but he ain't that bad. Yeah, with Cable too, I don't have Apocalypse Energy, so I could get 6-star Cable, but I don't have Apocalypse Energy, so he's pretty bad with that. So it's once again like you need certain stuff to make a character good, which I don't like. I really don't like that. Unless it's like, what I think, like, honestly, I think the way buffs should work in the game is that, screw you, Ebony Maw, but I think buffs should work in the way where you equally benefit each other. So if two champions suck, like Kingpin and Daredevil before the buffs, they should have gave each other buffs that made them both great characters instead of only one character getting a buff. That's what I don't like about synergy buffs, because they always only benefit one character and not two characters. I didn't even beat Sentinel and I still got Ultron right after. Okay. But I already got Dragon Man from the featured. Oh, you got a Dragon Man. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know much about Dragon Man. Like a lot of the new champion this year, I've never gotten as a 5 or 6 star, so I've never played with them. So Dragon Man, Sasquatch, I've never played with them, so I don't know. Biohazard annoying. Ghost. Use Ghost, bro. It's pretty simple. Ghost destroyed that Sentinel. I mean, it was absolutely insane. Gotta use the best character in the game to do some content, man. That's one of those instances. And 1k shards away from another one. Damn, man, that's crazy, man. That's awesome, bro. I can't use my 4-star Ghost. Sucks for you, man. I haven't maxed out 5-star Ghost. I mean, even then, there's still other Biohazard characters. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you'll find someone. Who are you even using for the Biohazard anyways? Bruh. Speaking of Mojo, oh my, have you guys seen the Strike Force Mojo? Oh my goodness, that is the ugliest character model I have ever seen. It's so ugly. Yo, what's up, People's Champ? What's up, man? How you doing? You're using a double meme champion, okay. You're using a 6-star Ultron to do it? Holy crap. That's so weird. Yeah, what's up, People's Champ? Finally, the champ has come back to J-Ax's stream. That's as much deep as I can go. I have 19k 5-star shards, not too bad. It's pretty good, man. 4 paths in the Kingpin. What? Oh, kill. What? Are you saying Kingpin? Bro, you need to stop. Stop this. Just type the whole character's name. It's so annoying. Like, if I had a pet peeve, it would be people not saying the full name of a character. Haha, awesome intro. Yeah, man. Yeah, People's Champ, we're talking about a Loki buff today. I think today I don't usually stream on Tuesday, so I was like, let's make the stream spicy. Let's give the people some content. Let's come up with a Loki buff. Kingpin. Thank you, man. Give my boy Kingpin, the biggest man, the biggest human in the world, some respect. So yeah. But yeah, man, we're going with a Loki buff. We've talked a lot about, or I've talked a lot about, like, how can we buff Loki? How can we give this man a buff? And I was saying the biggest thing we could give him is a cheat death mechanic. And if people are like, let's not, what if the cheat death mechanic is like Clairvoyant? She's already a Mystic champion that has a cheat death mechanic, and Nick Fury, the best cheat death mechanic in the game. We give him a similar cheap death mechanic because, Loki, he's the god of mischief. He's going to trick you when he doesn't, sure, he gives you curses in the game today and he steals your buff. That's pretty trickery, right? But he doesn't really, he doesn't teleport much, or he doesn't make you falter, which is a way to buff him. But, falter, a lot of people don't like falter. So, what about cheat death mechanic? That way, he could be another character. And speaking of, yeah. And so, on the screen in the middle is the Casket of Ancient Winters. This is a cool artifact because it allows you to endlessly spew out ice energy, basically. So that'd be an awesome way to buff him, is to give him a pretty cool artifact. In a few games, he actually has his artifact. I want to check something. Is Loki even ice? Is he Cold Snap immune? Because he should be. I don't think he's Cold Snap immune. Now that I think about this. Yeah, cool. Okay, so give him Cold Snap immunity because he shouldn't be able to be Cold Snap. Loki isn't the highest buff needed on the totem pole. No, but he's getting his own series. We've seen where we're getting a new Scarlet Witch on we're getting a new Scarlet Witch next month hopefully as a playable character. I don't know for sure, no one said for sure, but we're getting a new Scarlet Witch maybe as a playable character next month because of WandaVision. And Kabam have said we're not going to be adding characters every time there's going to be a new series. And so with Loki, the Loki we have in the game, because he has a scepter, is technically more powerful than the Loki we have in the Loki TV show. So Loki needs a buff for his show. I think just to like, I don't think he needs an overhaul at all. When he released, Cold Snap wasn't even a thing in the game. Yeah, it's true, but Ghost Rider should have been Incinerate immune from the beginning, and he was only recently. So it's these things that they need to be fixed. So to fix characters' continuity, because Kabam, they said they want to make every character as what is it called? What's the right word I'm looking for? I don't know the word I'm looking for. Like, it's like where they're trying to like make it as it should be, as the character should be. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, sure, Cold Snap wasn't a thing, but he should be Cold Snap immune. I mean, he is literally a half Frost Giant. I mean, so, and even if not, he's not immune to it, he should be super resistant to it, because I don't think he's resistant to anything. Yeah, he's not resistant to anything. So, yeah, and I was thinking about this, is like, what about if he has the Casket of Ancient Winters? You could give him a pre-fight ability to make him play a certain way. Like, let's say, okay, like, Loki in the game is a sorcerer, alright? But what if you're like, what if I want to change my playstyle? What if I want to, like, tap into his Frost Giant? Because when he holds the Casket of Great Winters, he actually becomes more of a Frost Giant. It's kind of like, what is it? Superboy. So Superboy, he's a clone. He's half human, half Superman. And so what Lex Luthor, he gave him, like, certain patches that allowed him to tap into his Kryptonian DNA and use it more than his human. And it's the same way with the Casket of Ancient Winters. It allows him to use his Jotunheim DNA more than his other DNA, or his witch DNA, because I think he's half witch, right? When he was released, yeah. So make it truthful to the source material. Yeah, make it truthful. Yeah, it's something. I was looking for a specific word. What's up, Fire S&Bs? That's a cool name. We're going over, like, how to buff Loki, you know, the god of mischief himself, since he's getting a fantastic TV show in May of 2021. How do we give him a buff? I think that would be a cool way to give him a buff, is to give him his Frost Giant DNA with, like, a pre-fight ability, and then with the special 3 animation, allow him to do cold damage if he does have the Casket of Great Winters. If not, let's buff him up with the Chi Death mechanic. Let's give him, or we can give him, like, a root mechanic, because he can, like, either freeze his enemies or trap his enemies. Or let's give him, let's say, falter mechanic, because he's an insanely powerful telepath with his sorcery. So there's really a lot of different ways they can go with Loki. And my brother, he was telling me, like, what if we could do is, like, you could buff up his teammates in his you can buff up his teammates, like, because he is a sorcerer, so how could he buff other people? But he doesn't do that in the comics, so it's really kind of how can they approach a Loki buff, and there's a lot of ways they can go. But yeah, I mean, there's some pretty cool stuff. And so we're talking about Loki, like, how we should get a buff. So here's the calendar for the buffs. We have the confirmed buffs, which would be the 4 in February. And if you look over here, this is September of 2020, which was Red Magneto and White Magneto, which was the what are they called? The Professor X and Apocalypse event. They got a buff specifically for that event. My brother was telling me, like, maybe that's not true, but in their tease, they said, when they were teasing the next buff for Magneto, they said, who is they teased Professor X in his buff. Like, they were kind of saying, like, it's going to tie in together, because, you know, House of X wasn't a thing. Like, it was just Magneto Marvel now it's Magneto House of X. So it tied into that event. The buffs tied into the event. So we could see the same way in May or April, where Loki can get a buff either a month before his TV show or the same month as his TV show. So I don't know. I'm just spitting ideas, because I think a Loki buff is definitely well deserved. I don't think he needs an overhaul, but if he does get an overhaul, there's a lot of cool ways they can go. But yeah, what's up, everyone? What do you guys think of my my rant, or whatever you want to call it? Dang, bro. People need to move up in AQ. Yeah, and also this graphics made by Imagine Jim. He's an awesome dude. He's part of the Futures from Society. And yeah, I just want to give him some credit. Alright guys, I'm going to probably stream until I run out of energy. My brother and I have to finish a game today. Hold on, let me see this. Let me do this real quick. Yeah, probably gonna play until energy runs out because I don't have any energy refills. It kind of sucks right now. And I don't want to spend units. But yeah, so if you guys don't know, I'm actually working on a video, and I'm basically going over every single Tease champion by Kabam, and I've gone over a lot of different things, and then I also thought, what's another cool way to do Marvel related is to play every single Marvel game. And so I've been going over a lot of the Marvel games, and here's I've only gone over PlayStation games, by the way. And so here's a list of every Marvel game that I've completed that I don't have and that I have not completed. And so right now, me and my brother are playing Marvel's Ultimate Alliance PS4, which Loki, besides Doctor Doom, is the main villain of the game. And so I was trying to kind of almost look at, because Ultimate Alliance is a game that came out forever ago and it got remastered 4 years ago. So let's look at previous games and see how they play, and let's see how they play to this game, and how do they play to the character in the game. And so it's just kind of look at other abilities that they have in other games that they don't have in this game, and how can we buff them is kind of my whole thing. And then also I'm a huge trophy collector, so I've been going around beating all these games and then getting them done. But yeah, so this is just a list I'm working on. I'm 100%. I told everyone that I want to play other games besides contest on stream, and for me to do that, I want to do not just play mobile games, just play my PS4 games, even my PS3 games if I'm able to. And so there's a lot of games on this list that I have yet to play that I should play I'm gonna play on the stream. And so I just want to give you a little tease of what's gonna come. Anything on the not completed list is what I'm probably gonna do on stream. But yeah, we'll see. Alright, let's get this last couple paths that I can do in uncollected, and then we'll probably end the stream. I know it's a quick stream, but yeah, I got some stuff to do tonight. But tomorrow, hopefully we can able to do John Mulaney's challenge tomorrow, and that'll be awesome. I didn't know there was a Thor game. Yeah, there's a Thor game. There's actually 2 of them, but one of them was a mobile game, so I'm not counting that. There's a lot of games you probably never knew were games. There's an X-Men Origins Wolverine game. It's the only Fox game, Fox continuity. It's not even continuity. It's just a game. A lot of these companies, they'll just okay, X-Men, there's a new X-Men movie. How do we make an X-Men? Let's make an X-Men game. And then what they do is that they make the game a year prior to the movie coming out, which means you're missing out on the plot of the movie. You're just assuming, you're just making the game how it's going to be, and it'll just have the same title. And so the Thor game, it has almost nothing to do with the movie. It's got Chris Hemsworth in it. It just barely has anything to do with it. It's an extra story for the MCU, but it's not continuity at all. But yeah, there's a lot of games I haven't played, so I don't even own, that X-Men game I told you about. I haven't played the Deadpool games, so those will be fun. Miles Morales, I really want to play that game. I've already beat the previous Spider-Man game, so that'll be a cool game to play on stream. If I do get a PS5, I'll do it on that, but I don't have a PS5, so we'll wait. The Amazing Spider-Man, I recently watched that movie. Apparently, I've only seen it once, and I was in theaters 7 years ago, so I don't remember that movie at all. And so I watched it recently because people have been saying, Tasm is one of the best Spider-Mans of all time. I don't agree with it at all. So I watched it. It was weird. A lot of the Spider-Man games I don't have. Captain America has his own game. That also has nothing to do with the movie. It's just, they were going to name it the same title, the first Avenger, but they didn't have the plot details of the movie. So Yeah, and then Iron Man VR. I don't have a VR, so I can't play that. But I do have a couple games I don't own, or I do own that I haven't played yet, like Ultimate Alliance 2. That's where you have Civil War in the game. Like you actually have the Civil War. You also have the Secret Wars. So there's cool stuff in that game. For Marvel vs. Capcom, I haven't played any of those games, so that could be stuff to play on stream. If you guys want to see Lego Marvel games, that could be cool. There's some cool stuff in there. Even like if we were talking about how Loki in Lego Marvel games actually has the Casket of Ancient Winters, which allows him to freeze enemies, but also he has a scepter, which allows him to use his Mind Stone, which he can use his telepathy, and he also has teleportation. He also has what else does he have? Oh, telekinesis. So there's a lot of cool stuff he has that he doesn't have in the game, even though he is a sorcerer, you know. But yeah, I don't know. Just some cool stuff. I don't think Marvel vs. Capcom is a story. It's like Mortal Kombat. It's a story game. It has a story. It's usual. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is awesome. You actually fight Galactus. There's only, I think, 3 Marvel games where you fight Galactus. That's Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Ultimate Alliance 1, Lego Marvel Superheroes 1. I think and that's the only games you ever fight Galactus. Man. But yeah, it has a story. It's the same thing with the contest. Like technically, contest is a Mortal Kombat as well. It's just a better Mortal Kombat. And trust me, I played every Mortal Kombat game. I even have the platinum for the newest one. But yeah. I don't know. I'm just spitting off cool ideas and how I want to do. Please, someone give me a Greater Gifting Crystal. Bribes! You have 300 units, man. Trade with someone, but trade with someone you know and trust. But honestly, I don't think Greater Gifting Crystals are worth it. They're worth it if you get the best things out of them, but I've opened like 7 or 8 and I've gotten nothing. Almost nothing good. I mean, sure, I'm going to awaken my Sentinel. So that'll be cool, but besides that, man, I didn't really get anything good. Oh yeah, I got 6 stones. I got 6 stones. I got a lot of 6 stones, and that's it. Like a lot of 6 stones, a tier 6 ISO, awakening gem, and no shards at all. I've had other people in my alliance that have gotten 15,000 5-star shards. They've gotten 15,000 6-star shards. It's absolutely insane the amount of luck my alliance have gotten. And same with XN's alliance and so many other people's alliance. It's like, bro, why do you guys have so much good luck? But I also don't spend money on the game. I don't have units, I can't trade. Damn, it sucks, perhaps. Guess you gotta go in the arena and grind, man. Yeah, if you get the uncollected crystal, the arena crystal, if you grind at 10,000, that can give you 275 units, so that'll get you pretty close to 300 units. Like, bro, Beast is so useless, man. I just don't know how to buff Beast. I opened 1 crystal and got 15k. What the heck, man? I opened 7 and got nothing. Nothing of value to my account besides the Awakening Gem and 6 stones, which most of my best characters are almost max sig. That's cool, man. Congrats. You got something better than I did. But yeah, someone talked about a Beast update. The only thing I can see Beast being buffed is really probably doing more bleed damage, doing armor breaks against robot champions. I don't think he'll craft anything. Like my brother, he was saying, how could Beast get updated? Maybe he can do he can tap into his alchemy, or his scientific thing, where he can use stuff. But in the comics, he doesn't really carry around stuff. So I'm just gonna farm units on my alt account and trade to myself. Yeah, that sounds dope. I don't have a side account because I think it's pretty useless. I think the game's too RNG to have a side account to benefit your main account, in my opinion. I think you should make a side account if you want to escape from your main account. That's the only reason you should have a side account. But my brother and so many others have started side accounts to just blend their units into their main account. Is that cheating? No, it's not cheating, actually. It's not. Yeah, because Brian Grant, he has his Unzo account. I think he said didn't he say his Unzo account is gonna gift him greater giftings on his main account. I think he said that. Let me know if I'm wrong. But yeah, it's not cheating. Now, if you sold that account, that'd be cheating. Or if you bought an account to trade, that would be cheating. But it's your account, so that's not cheating. Yeah. Yeah, I remember who in my Discord said that this game. Does anyone know that guy? He was, I don't know, I forgot who he is. He came to my Discord, and he's been he came to my Discord and he was like, "This game is pay to win. You can't progress in this game unless it's pay to win." And I was like, "Have you never seen Brian Grad's videos?" Like, this game. Look up my alt account. Yeah, we'll see, man. Just let me finish this path. But like, this game is not pay to win when it comes to progression. It's all RNG based, which it's all RNG based in your champions, but even then, there's still champions that can replace other champions.
So just listen a sec. I'm only gonna take a moment of time to reflect. You already know I'm upset. If you're thinking that the song's about you, it is. There ain't no need to guess, because a guilty conscience weighs a lot, and I can promise that it doesn't get any less. I'm sick and tired of seeing friends go.
Okay, only a few more fights.
How's he gonna stand Eminem when his whole career he was a
I wish I could play Eminem on my stream. That'd be awesome.
So just listen.
But it's copyrighted too. Like, it's so copyrighted. It's actually insane. Wait, Brad, I just realized you switched from Twitch to YouTube. I just noticed that. Alright. Easy kills, man. Oh, today we got my Logic shirt. You already know what it is. I'm on both. Okay, man. Fair enough. I have 10 energy refills. Holy, dude, that's crazy, man. All I could use is energy refills, man, because I could get 100% uncollected, and I think I'm pretty close to a 6-star. I'll check after this path, but or no, I don't know. We'll check in a second. Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to make this stream just about the Loki buff because, you know, a lot of people have their own opinions about certain characters, and then they also have their own opinions when it comes to buffs. Because a lot of people are like, I want this champion buffed, but they never actually come up with a solution. I think it's kind of weird. It's kind of funny. Oh my, I hate that. I hate Nick Fury can do damage through my phasing. It makes no sense. I like how earlier we were talking about continuity. No one in the game, except for maybe Dormammu, should be able to damage. Are you kidding me? I totally dexed that. But no one in the game, except for Dormammu and maybe Doctor Strange, should be able to hurt Ghost while she's phasing. Because if you don't know, it's phasing, as in phasing through dimensions. Like, bro, Nick Fury cannot hurt someone through another dimension. Like, that's some BS. So, but I know Ghost is just super overpowered, and that's why they want to just, you know, make her less overpowered sometimes. Loki's getting buffed. Okay, so Loki is not confirmed for a buff. So, is Loki getting buffed? I don't know. Do I think Loki's getting buffed? Yes. Is he getting buffed? Like I said, I don't know. This live stream is just to talk about a Loki buff. What could it look like? Because I think like the main reason why I'm saying Loki could be getting a buff is because Red Magneto and White Magneto got a buff before the Professor X, the Krakoa event with Apocalypse, specifically for that event. Like, they tied in the buff to an event. So, to me, Loki with a new TV show, and Loki's really not a viable champion nowadays. So, for Loki to get a buff would be absolutely perfect for his TV show, because we don't need a new Loki in the game. In fact, the Loki in the TV show is less powerful than the one in the game because he has the scepter. So, If we do get a buff, it'd be perfect for May or even April. And then WandaVision, we're getting a new character for WandaVision next month as a playable character, which is the Scarlet Witch we have already in the game to fight in the monthly event. So they're tying in the TV shows, the Disney Plus TV shows, into the game. He works on Act 5. That is one fight, and I don't care, bro. I don't care if a character works for one fight. It's not viable. There are so many better champs in the game, bro. I don't care. I don't care, man. I don't care if Loki works for one fight in the game. I think a new Loki would be cool. He would be, but why? Because we already, like there's no, like the WandaVision, like it's weird because the WandaVision we're getting, the WandaVision TV show we're getting, it really probably has nothing to do with the Wanda we got in the game. So it's a new design. It's an all new Marvel design, which is from a couple years ago in the comics. So for us to get a new Loki would be like kind of why, because the one we have in the game is pretty good. I like his design. I don't like his gameplay though, which is the main reason of the stream, is to kind of like brainstorm ideas and how we could get a buff. We've sent some pretty cool ideas, like he could get the Casket of the Great Winters, which would allow him to tap into his Frost Giant form and do ice damage, be Cold Snap immune, be able to root his enemies, be able to freeze his enemies, Cold Snap his enemies. There's a lot of cool cold ice abilities he could get if he had the Casket of Great Winters, which in other games he actually has. I know he's not viable. I'm just saying he works for that. You should also stream on Mixer. I'm not streaming. You know what's funny? It's crazy because if you guys don't know, I've been a streamer for like I've been a streamer for 4 years. I told every one of my friends, do not stream on Mixer. It's not gonna work out. No one believed me. I literally told everyone, dude, go to Twitch, go to YouTube, find what you like on YouTube and Twitch. Don't go to Mixer. 4 years later, which I think Mixer wasn't even a thing 4 years ago. It was only a thing like 2 years ago. It shut down. I told everyone, I warned everyone that Mixer is not going to work out. No one believed me because you got to realize Twitch and YouTube are so powerhouses. Like, you would have to have the funding of Facebook, which Facebook gaming is still a thing. Which I still say, don't go to Facebook gaming. Like, it's just crazy how I warned everyone. No one believed me, and then it turned out it shut down. It's all, when you talk about streaming, you always talk about a marketplace, alright? You want to tap into a market. Right now, if you guys know who Fark is, he's an awesome content creator at MCOC. He is playing the alpha for Diablo, the new mobile game Diablo. He is the only streamer on Twitch playing that game. And he is getting like thousands of views because he's playing that game. He is the only streamer on Twitch. So he is tapping into an empty market. So with Mixer, you're tapping into a super limited market. Facebook gaming, same way, it's super limited market. There are millions of people and even billions of watchers on YouTube. So for you to not tap into these markets, it's just dumb. But yeah, with exactly, it's the market you need to tap into. Mixer was never a good market. Like the only people that tap into Mixer, that as in a good market, was people who got paid a shit ton of money. Ain't no new streamer getting paid a ton of money. But yeah, I have one unit and one ISO. What's the game called? It's called. Hold on, let me check. It's not out. It's an alpha stage. It's not even a beta yet. It's an alpha stage. He is literally the only streamer on Twitch playing the game. It's not out. It's an alpha stage. Sorry for that. Oh shit! We wanna roam, so vlog this. Oh, so many girls with the cutoff shirts. Weird, bro. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, be careful saying the new banned words. Apparently, they were supposed to not go in. I'm not gonna say them on stream because I don't want to get banned. I said them last stream, but I don't want to say them again. So apparently, the new words that I said were getting banned in January are actually already in. Sometimes are working already, which I don't know why. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. If you guys get banned for saying certain words, not my fault. So the game is called Diablo Immortal. And if you look it up on Twitch, before now there's like a lot of people playing the game, but when it first came out, he was the only streamer on Twitch playing the game. I was looking at it and I was like, dude, he's literally the only person. see. But now there's like a shit ton of people playing the game. But for a while, like for like a day or two, he was the only person playing the game because it's only available in Australia, which is crazy. Like I think it's weird. Like I hate when certain games only release alphas in. Okay, maybe he wasn't the only one, but for me, it was only loading his account. But so the first person, like, look at this, the first person to stream this game, 2.3K views. The second person to play the game, 1,000 views. The seventh person to play this game, 11.2K views. The eighth person, 25.6 thousand views. Like, it's literally tapping into a market. A lot of people, some people in Australia were like saying that they were playing the game and they weren't. But yeah, so. And if you look, he got like 3,000 views. So he tapped. I have 67K channel points in person. Had a person streaming 60K points. Damn, that's crazy. Oh my god, my dogs are barking because my parents just came back. My brother's watching one of my sister's friends' grandparents' dogs. So. That's interesting. Alright guys, this is going to be the last part of the stream and then we're going to end the stream. I know it's a quick stream, but it's a Tuesday stream. I don't really stream on Tuesdays, so that's why it's a weird stream today. But yeah, man, if you guys, I'm probably going to make a video on a Loki buff. Not saying it's confirmed, not saying anything I say in that video is going to be confirmed, but it's just what I think a Loki buff should look like. The Loki buff, the Loki in the game is a sorcerer. They've said that's his main gameplay. That's why he's mystic, is that he's a sorcerer. He's tapped into his, because I think he's a witch, like his mom's a witch. So that's the way, and so I'm thinking the way he can get buffed is to tap into his frost giant DNA, and so the Casket of the Ancient Winters, or just tap into more of the trickery, like a cheat death mechanic, and some other cool stuff as well.
New year and a new brew.
Out with the old, in with the brew.
With 13 new queens.
All right, guys, but yeah, I know I'm not out of energy, but I can't finish the path, and that's kind of like the main
RuPaul's
thing.
Drag Race brings in only on VH1.
But yeah, guys, I will see you guys probably tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. We'll probably either keep doing Uncollected till I'm fully explored it, and then if we're lucky, we can do Blade Challenge tomorrow, and then I can trade with all you guys if I have enough units to trade with you by Friday. Can't wait to see big yellow numbers or big red numbers by Loki. I think it should be big blue numbers. Get it? You know, you could do the frost giant. Because you should do ice damage. It's my sister's friend's cousin's dad, grandpa's. Okay. No. Come on, we need that cold snap damage, bro. We need a new cold snap champion. Vision Arcus? He's crazy as a defender, but as an attacker, he's pretty weird. So I need a new frost character. Come on. Alright guys, it was fun talking to you guys. If you guys had any, like, if you guys just, like, it's like 2 a.m. tomorrow morning, you're like, bro, this should be cool for Loki, DM me on Twitter or tweet at me on Twitter. That'd be fun. But definitely gonna work on an infographic for this buff. Definitely make a video on it. And yeah, I think it'd be cool. Check your alt account real quick. Whatever. What is your alt account real quick? Say it real quick, or I'm leaving right now. It's a 2-second thing. You got 2 seconds. Yeah. Dude, could you imagine if we had penguins? Dude, penguins would be so cool as pets, but I would never have a penguin as a pet, because that'd be so cruel. Brabs, what's your side account? Come on, let's go. 6, 5. Okay. I started early because I didn't know how long it would take you. What kind of name is this, bro? I hate how it's always. Bro, it didn't even work. Why did you say no? Oh. It's alright. My bad. Yeah, oh, you got a Gulk. Oh, dude, Gulk. Oh, I hate saying Gulk. It's so weird. It's such a weird word. Venom the Duck. Yeah, cool, man. Beams are the dream. Yeah, for sure, man. Alright, guys, I'm going to end the stream, man. Thanks, guys, for coming by. I will see you guys tomorrow, and hope you guys have an awesome rest of your Tuesday evening. Here's a tweet by Marcus. It's so bad. Yeah. Let's see if we can host anyone on Twitch. See ya. Yeah, for sure, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or also I'll be on my... Oh, no one... Okay, never mind. Alright, guys. Thanks, guys, for coming by. We're definitely going to be having some cool stuff later. See you guys tomorrow.